Hey guys, Chelsea from Attention to Details, and we're going to be doing a product review and demonstration for the MATCC low pressure car foam gun as well as the pressure foam wash gun. For those of you that are looking for an option to foam your vehicle, but maybe you only have a standard hose, we're going to be trying out the car foam gun. And then for those of you that have a pressure washer, we're also going to be doing a demonstration of the pressure foam wash gun. Two very great options for those of you that are looking to have some extra lubrication and also maybe just some fun when you wash your vehicle. I'm going to share with you guys how both of these work. Now, just to preface, I do have well water here, and we don't necessarily have the highest of pressure, so I'll be interested to see how the low pressure car foam gun can work for just a standard well water, just to be able to add some extra lubrication to our wash process. So let's go ahead, unbox both of these units and get them set up and put them in use. Alright, so you can see we attached our tube to the sprayer. We have our sprayer here that we screwed on the quick connect here, and essentially you would pop that into place. We'll fill that up with our soap. We do have it filled up to almost the top line. We're going to add the rest with our soap. This is a standard pocket hose. I know a lot of homeowners like these just because it gives you just a little bit more easier use. So we're going to be testing this with just a standard pocket hose and see how that works. And what I like about this is I can actually take this off if I want to and just use it as a standard hose. So we're going to go ahead and put our soap in. I'm using Extreme Suds from Extreme Solutions. And let's go ahead and screw this on. And for those of you curious, the piece at the bottom of the tube is made of plastic. So the sprayer that comes with the foam gun is just a standard sprayer. I like the fact that I was able to get decent pressure out of it. There was a brass knob on the back for the locking mechanism that it was very difficult for me to adjust, so I couldn't, when I had the trigger locked in place, it did have lower pressure versus if I were to just pull the trigger back all the way, but that didn't necessarily affect me when it came to washing the vehicle. It did a decent job of rinsing things off quickly. It had nice pressure to it. So all in all, the sprayer by itself is a decent sprayer. You could see that just to use it around the house, to water plants, maybe rinse off the driveway, soak your kids, it's going to get the job done. So the sprayer by itself is a decent sprayer. Alright, we've got our soap mixture. Click that in. So you can see it doesn't necessarily give you thick foam like some would expect from a foam cannon, but that's because we don't have the pressure behind it. What it does give us is extra lubrication, it gives us more cleaning capabilities, and it just makes it a little bit safer when you are washing your vehicle. So we're actually going to go ahead and break out the pressure washer, and we will pull out the other foam cannon, the 3rd series, the pressure foam wash gun, and just show to you guys the differences of just using a standard hose. So for those of you who don't have access to a foam cannon, is this going to give you touch-free cleaning results? Maybe not, but it's definitely going to give you a safer wash method than just pressure, you know, from your standard hose, you know, and then the soap that you might get from your bucket. This is going to give you that extra lubrication, cleaning power, and just a more pleasant experience, in my opinion. So real quick, I'll set up my Ryobi 1900 electric pressure washer. All right, so you can see it does come with at least a user manual, a quick visual demonstration of how they recommend that you put everything together. You can see we've got a female quick connect fitting on pressure washer. We've got our high pressure gun. We've got our soap container with the tube and the mixture gun. So we're going to go ahead and fill this up with water. You can see we've got a plastic tip here. You can adjust the sprayer tip. When we put this in here, if we have it empty, let's see, it's a little top heavy. Let's go ahead and fill it with water and then see how it is. But you can see, again, we've got a QR code to see a demonstration of the product in use, as well as an explanation of what all of the different components are for. I already went ahead and attached the quick connect here, and on my Uberflex hose, I have a quick connect here. So you can see we're going to connect like so. We'll screw this on after we get our soap and water mixture made up. And then we will be able to connect here. And we are ready to go. It's very lightweight. I would say it feels more like a plastic component versus, you know, metal component. So we'll see how that does over time. But we have our adjuster here for our soap mixture. So let's go ahead and get it mixed up and wash the vehicle. And again, we are using Extreme Suds from Extreme Solution. pH-friendly soap, gives you nice thick foam. Let's get her foamed up. So here we're just using the 25-degree tip. You can see it does a great job of quickly rinsing your vehicle off. You're obviously going to have more power, more pressure using the pressure washer and the spray gun versus just a standard hose. So this is just going to give you even more of a safer wash method to be able to blast off, especially the tar, road boogers on the lower panels. And so for those of you looking for a short sprayer, this is a great option. All right, let's go ahead and foam her up. That's a good shake. So you can see a huge difference in foaming capabilities, in dwell time. I'm using the same exact soap, same amount that was in our container, and you can see now we've got even more lubrication, more dwell time. But we're actually going to go into time lapse, and we're going to finish washing this truck using the foam gun and show you guys just how quickly and easily we can wash a black truck, this dirty truck, up, and show you the capabilities of the foam gun. All right, so final thoughts on our MATCC low pressure car foam gun, as well as the third version snow foam cannon with the sprayer. Pros for these units. I would say they're extremely affordable. For those of you who are working on a budget, maybe you're just starting out with maintaining your vehicles from home. If you don't have access to a pressure washer, this is just going to give you a safer wash method, a more enjoyable experience. You're going to be able to have that extra lubrication, so you're not going to have as many swirls and scratches on your paint. If you were to use something like an ADG F-bomb or some sort of foaming pre-soak, that's even going to help make your method even safer, because you can foam that on, let it sit for a few seconds, maybe a minute or so, rinse that off. I like the fact that you can quickly connect here and then take this off when you are done foaming your soap on and rinse it off. Had really good pressure for it. The locking mechanism obviously didn't have as much pressure. We do have kind of an adjuster nozzle here, but it's a little bit difficult to get into just because of the plastic components. But it got the job done when it came to just washing the vehicle, quickly rinsing it off. So for that matter, and for the fact that it is going to run you only $26, $27, very affordable. I would say that this is great for the enthusiast, for those who are just wanting to maintain their vehicle from home and don't have access to a pressure washer. Now, if you do have access to a pressure washer, would I recommend that you get the MATCC foam cannon? For those that are just starting out with detailing, this is actually what a majority of beginner detailers are going to reach for. The reason I really like this kit, this unit, is because it does come with the shorter sprayer. A lot of the pressure washers that you pick up off the shelves are going to have kind of the long handle sprayers. I'm not a huge fan of those when it comes to detailing, because when you're doing roofs, wheel wells, door jambs, etc., sometimes you want to have closer access to the paint. You don't want to necessarily be standing on a ladder, especially if you have a taller vehicle, where you're kind of having to balance because you've got this longer reach. I do like the short sprayer for that fact. And the sprayer alone on Amazon can sometimes run you $30, $35, even upwards of, $70, $80 for a very professional grade sprayer. Would I consider this pro grade? No, I would consider this more entry level. It's got more plastic components. We do have the brass connections here. We do have the quick connect. So that was really nice, the fact that that all came included with the unit. And as far as the foam cannon, it does a great job of foaming soap, degreasers, foaming pre-soak on the vehicle. Nice thick foam agitation. You can see this is good for up to max 3,200 PSI. The unit that I'm using is a 1,900 PSI pressure washer from Ryobi. So even though we had lower PSI, we still had nice thick foam soap on the vehicle. So it got the job done. It's very affordable. It comes with this shorter sprayer. So for those of you that are on the market for a foam cannon as well as a short sprayer, I would say that this is probably one of the best ones to get, especially for those of you that are working on a budget or looking for entry-level units. Now, I will say, in comparison to some of the other units that I've used, now this is the MJJC Foam Cannon Pro 2.0 and the MB925 spray gun. I have both of these units. I've been using them for a while now. If you were to purchase something that's more professional grade like these, you're going to be spending probably around $140. Now, for me to get something just like this, it's only going to put you back $49.98. So again, you're saving $100 with these units. For those of you that are just starting out, I would consider this a fantastic unit that's going to get the job done. Now, cons about using these units. They are mostly plastic components. Again, when we kind of had this locking mechanism, and this is me just kind of nitpicking, being very particular, just because I'm comparing this more to my professional grade units that I've used. You can see here we've got our brass components that are very similar. The only thing that I'm not a huge fan of when it comes to foam cannons that are made like this, I actually like them to have a wider base like this. I'm not a huge fan. Could we actually interchange this? Let's see. Let's see if that wants to screw on. It doesn't look like it wants to screw on. I was thinking maybe we could interchange them and have a wider base. But it doesn't look like the threads would match up. And that's unfortunate, because I think, honestly, that is the one thing that I would nitpick that I'm not a big fan of. I have had foam cannons in the past like this, that they are more tall and versus wide, and they have a tendency of doing that. And if you have soap in it, it's going to spill out and topple over. I actually prefer my bases to be a wider base like that. That is one thing that I do like about the foam gun, and actually wish that the foam cannon had that as an option, because you can see if we're comparing it to my MJJCC foam cannon, you know, we don't have that tendency for it to topple over, just because, again, a wide base. So I would say, really, that's my biggest con when it comes to the foam cannon. I just prefer wider base, but again, that's my preference. Will it still get the job done? Yes, you just have to kind of deal with it maybe toppling over on you. Just kind of rest it up against something so you don't have that. All in all, very impressed with both of these units. I'm going to put the link for both of them down below for those of you that want to try them out for yourself. Hopefully you guys enjoy this in-depth look, pros and cons, as well as what kind of foam you can expect. Thank you to MATCC for sending these to me to review. If you guys have any questions about my experience, about the products, by all means, let me know in the comments section down below. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this, and hopefully you guys will try this out for yourself and let me know what your experience was like. So thank you guys for watching, for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. Stay tuned for future videos, product reviews, tips, techniques that we have coming out. Stay safe, stay cool. We'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.